against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this,
don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurt inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
talking about that trip, bitch, I'm drowning in that water. This a game and I'ma quit. Got lil' mommy munching on my chips. She said, Poppy, me no sip. You gon' sip, then I'm cruising in that thing with my whip. Then I zip, I'm like sick. Got the 3 on my back. I'm like boom, make it back. I'm like green, make it stack. With a cheese, I'm a rap. I'm like dream, that's my team. Couldn't sleep in the streets. Had a scheme, had a steal. I'm a thief in the night. I just gleam off that white. I don't hoop, now I shoot. Jimmy, Jimmy, what's the deal? Dove up in that water, see my bus was short. Belly hit 2-1. I'm like, God, don't cut it short. Seen them blues like that dude that you knew. Jimmy, boy, you slipping, boy. Almost time to go. I don't wanna go. I ain't even get the raise to me, boy. Yeah. Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, shout out to the Eve, shout out to the Adams, shout out to the man, shout out to everybody in between. If you're tuned in, man, if you're listening, you are the core, you are the resistance. This is the Blac Pill podcast. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in the building, man. We in the building. Now I hate to sneak this and talk about this girl. Shout out to AO. We got AO in the building. What up, Miss Mamas? What up, Miss Mamas? Where we at? Let me put myself in here. Y'all answer the poll in the chat. Let me put myself in here. 1 second. Here we go. Now I hate to. What up, everybody? I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Does it look funny? I don't know if it looks funny, man. Sometimes this should be making me lag, but I mean, I could lag. The message still remains true. We got a good show for you guys, man. You see?
But what the hell, boy?
We got a good show for you guys, man. We got a good show for you guys. My bad. Let me pull up my stuff. Like I said, even though we lag, the message still remains true. We're working on fixing the Wi-Fi. Y'all know I do this by my lonely. Hit the like button. Past that, we got a good show. Like I said, I hate to be the one to talk about Chrisean Rock a lot, but she has a lot to say. So today's episode is about Chrisean Rock clapping back at fans, accusing her of chasing Clout using Blueface. She said, "I'm the reason Blue is where he is. He was a flop. Ninja."
You need to leave.
That's how she feel. That's how she feel. Past that, we're going to discuss that. She has a couple other things she came out and said recently. I don't know what's what. I don't know who's who. I don't know what's up, down, left, right, all around town. You feel me? But other than that, we have other things to show you guys as well. It's a lot of things going on in the internet. We're streaming on 5 platforms. For those of you who don't know, we're streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and Rumble. Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am. Yeah. Shout out to the Adams and shout out to the Eves everywhere. Y'all know what it is, man. I do this to get free game. For some odd reason, when I talk about this girl, I get more views. So we got to keep talking about this girl. Shout out to Chrisean. No hate to you, Miss Little Lady. You know, if you ever see my stuff, it's all love. If anything, I got you with some paper. I got you with some paper when we get right, okay? That's it. With that being said, man, let's get into today's show. I'm wondering why my sound sounds so low. Let me put this up a little bit. 1 second. I got to play with my interface. Here we go. First things first, we got Clarissa Shields. For those of you who don't know, she's the self-proclaimed greatest woman of all time. Shout out to Clarissa Shields. And for those of you who don't know, Clarissa Shields actually had to move up weight for this fight that she's about to partake in. So her butt is big now. It's really nice and big. But let me stop because she's spoken for. No disrespect to Pap. Shout out to Pap. But yeah, she looked good though. She looked good though. And the fight is actually set for tomorrow, I believe. I wish I had tickets, but I'm balling on a budget. Miss Clarissa Shields, I give y'all a lot of promotion on this show. I hope that next time you fight, if you ever fight again, because I don't know if you're gonna fight. I'm just saying.
What the hell, boy?
I'm just saying. I would love to come watch, and if you got a sister, I would like to be introduced to your sister. Yes. Yes. Let's see what she has to say. So she says she opened up about comparing her natural body to women with BBLs. I told myself I'm going to stop being so hard on myself. Here we go.
The other girls, I'm like, yo, this girl got tight ass abs, you know, tight sides, you know, they butt is huge. And I'm like, yo, why am I comparing my body to them all of a sudden? And listen, I said, I told myself I was going to quit being so hard on myself because this is natural. You know what I'm saying? Because I just been eating. I've been eating. I went through a rough time.
Yeah, she has been eating. I didn't realize, like I said, that's why I'm telling y'all now. She actually increased her weight class, I believe. So I seen her wear a dress with papoose, and I was like, damn. You know, she looked thick. Like, she looked thick. I was like, damn. I was like, damn. She looked kind of thick. I thought she was a skinny girl, and she not fat. I'm saying, like, she got thicker, and I guess she had to increase the weight to make the cut or whatever.
Hey, I just wanted to share, like, don't be so hard on yourself. You know, a lot of these beautiful women who we see online, and there's nothing wrong with having surgery either. I'm not saying that. I want them to jump on here.
Hey, shout out to the ladies. Hey, ladies, ain't nothing wrong with having surgery, but ladies, please understand that if you get a BBL, word on the streets, word on the internet streets, and word on the, like, real reality streets is that BBL stank, bro.
But what the hell, bro?
That's what they say, bro. That's what they told me, bro. I don't know. That's what they've been saying, and we'll show y'all proof of that later. Let's continue.
Attacking me. All these girls with the BBL and the stomach surgeries, listen, y'all look good. Y'all look good. I'm just saying, me being a super athlete and being skinny as I've been all my life, me getting older, I gained a little weight, and I get weight in places I never got weight before.
Yeah.
And I see y'all pictures and be like, damn, how hard do I gotta work to have a damn six-pack tight like that? You know? Besides starving. When I was fat, I'm like, damn, why am I getting tight like this? And it was because you know, y'all gonna get y'all stuff done. So I can't compare my body to y'all because mine is natural. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's how you throw shade without throwing shade. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You need to leave.
Yes, ma'am. That's how you throw some shade without throwing some shade. That's why I like Miss Clarissa Shields. What I was going to say, yeah, man, for those of y'all who don't know, I'm actually, I'm 6'1". I'm 260 pounds, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm a big body.
You need to leave.
When I used to play sports and shit, I was like 210, but like leaner. I was lean. At 210, I'm actually pretty lean. At 190, I look like I'm skin and bones. But yeah, bro, I picked up all this weight, and you know, I know the easy way to lose the weight. I'm not gonna say it, but the easy way to lose weight for me personally is to smoke me some weeds. You know, I can smoke some weeds. Yeah, if I was to smoke some Mary Jane, I'd actually lose a lot of weight. I don't do that because I rather have my mentality, my mental health is wealth. Your mental health is your mental wealth, and it is Men's Mental Health Month. People, shout out to the men everywhere going through it mentally. Shout out to the ladies too, but I'm saying. It's men's mental health. So gentlemen, take care of your mental health. Your mental health is your mental wealth. But yeah, man, I got all this extra weight. It's tough because I be wanting to go on a protein. So I'm 260 without the protein. So I'm like, bro, I want to go on a protein, but I don't want to turn into like a 300-pound monster because I'm already big. Like I said, I carry my weight well, so you would just never know. You would never know. Look at my neck. My neck looks skinny. I don't look like I have or maybe I got a big neck. People used to tell me I have a football neck. But I don't look like I have a 260-pound body person with my little skinny ass turkey neck, bro. So I don't know. But I'm gonna let her finish. Here we go. Hold up.
My natural. And that's nothing wrong with y'all because if my stomach do get too fat, oh, trust me, I will definitely, I'm not gonna say I would go under that knife, but I definitely want to do something extra to get my fat off.
Well, what we want to tell you is we love your brown skin. Yes. There is something about milk chocolate brown skinned women. Oh, I'm salivating at the mouth. I'm salivating at the mouth.
You need to leave.
It'd be hard to hold my spit in sometimes. My spittle. You know what spittle is, people? I'm trying to use my vocabulary here. My spittle. It'd be hard to hold my spittle in when I see me a brown skinned women. Shout out to the light skinned women too. Oh, and then the dark chocolate women. Oh. My bad if I did that. That was disgusting.
But what the hell, boy?
You need to leave.
All right, man, let's get into today's show. We got a lot to cover, people. I'm in here for a good little minute. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all know what it is. What do I say? Participate, people. Participate. Play along. Listen in. Say your comments. There are no wrong answers, even if you disagree with me. Shout out to the men who always tell me I don't speak for all men, and whatever the case may have you. As a man, me personally, I feel like we can disagree to agree. Right? We can disagree to agree. So you can disagree with me and it's fine. Just don't try and come for me, because if you come for me, I'm coming for you. Big pause.
But what the hell, boy?
That sounded wild. Shout out to AO. AO said, I need Mary Jane, but I eat it in candy form. Medically, though, not throwing them down to get high as a kite. But Mary Jane helps my depression. Shout out to AO. Hey, look, AO, shout out to you. Shout out to you for being transparent with us. I'm gonna be transparent. If I get off the weeds, I get loony. You know the same way I tell y'all the Looney Tune behavior that we see in the streets. If I get off the weeds, I get loony. I start second guessing myself. All this kind of weird shit. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. So I just leave it alone. Yeah, I just leave it alone. I'm gonna be real with you. All right. So first things first, we have a woman who says some friends and family are the biggest haters. Crabs in a bucket mentality. You can't make it out your hometown because they're jealous. If you want to win, delete the family, friends, and people from your hometown and add strangers. Let's hear what this queen has to say. Here we go.
This is the way y'all finna win. Especially right here on this social media platform. You got to delete your friends. You got to delete your family. You got to delete people from your hometown and add nothing but strangers. The family that do not support you, they don't share nothing, they don't like nothing, they don't love nothing. If they know you got a business, they don't support you and send people your way. But they'll go shop with the people that got a business just like yours. You see what I'm saying? That hate be something serious. Your friends that be posting them subliminal, slick shade posts. Yeah, delete them, get them gone. They ain't your friend for real. They just want to be up in your business, see what you got going on. A lot of people, they don't become successful until they move out of their hometown, because people really be hate for real. They be having like a crab in a bucket mindset. They don't want nobody to grow or outgrow them. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep you stagnant. What you got to do is add nothing but strangers. They don't even know you and they want you to win. They don't even know what you and they vibe with you the long way. People that know you, they don't like you because they know that you the GOAT for real. They know you got something going on and you finna take off.
Woo! 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 All I heard was bars. All I heard was bars.
Real, but I don't understand that mindset because we can get some money together. You know what I'm saying? We can do this thing together. But I be so glad when God be revealing people's hearts and showing me how wicked and evil people is. It's like you don't need no snakes beside you. You don't need no devils beside you because guess what? Bad company corrupt good character.
Woo! Woo! Bruh. Ladies and gentlemen, always understand, I speak from perspective and I speak from being a student of the game. Everything y'all see me do, I mean, mine is my education, right? Shout out to all my teachers and the people that educated me up until I got older. Everything that y'all see here, everything y'all see me do, I'm self-taught, not to like toot my own horn. Like when I make my music, I'm self-taught. Me setting up the whole stream to do this was self-taught. Nobody sat down and showed me how to do this. I went to go look for the information and I taught myself. And the main thing I wanted to tell y'all is always remember that some of the most famous people or some of the most biggest people, the people with the most money, the billionaires, whatever you consider success, majority of the time, and I'm saying an overwhelmingly large majority of the time, right? That's what majority is. But to add some emphasis to reinforce my point, what I'm saying is a large portion of people that you see are successful had a team of people around them helping them build up to their level of success. You can't do it by yourself. Even me, I say that, right? Because that sounded like a conundrum right there. That sounded like a contradiction. But even me, I have to realize and bite the bullet that I can't do it myself because you can only go so far. Or you can only go so fast by yourself. But if you want to go far, you need a team of people supporting you to become the person you need to become. You're not equipped, right? Follow me, people. And like I say, when I say this to you guys, I'm talking to myself as well. You're not equipped, right? You're not equipped to actually manage your own life. You're equipped to actually live your life, but you're not equipped to manage your own life. It's hard to sit there and follow your own schedule to a T and not get distracted. Everybody needs a manager. It's just bars, people. It's just bars. It's just the way it is. Something I learned coming up because, like I said, if you want to be successful, the only way to get successful is you need a team of people around you that want to help you reach whatever you want to reach. And I'm saying whether that's teachers, mentors, like I said, a manager, somebody helping you with publishing, somebody helping you with the business side of things. You need all these people so you can focus on what you're trying to do, which is whatever you're good at. Let's continue. Shout out to her for the knowledge. Yeah. Shout out to her for the knowledge. You know, a lot of times, like I said, just like I told you, you need your own manager or whatever. You need somebody to help you manage your own life because you're not equipped to do so. Coaching, right? Coaching. Like I said, the game of life. I always try and teach y'all about the game of life. There's a reason why a boxer will pay his coach hundreds of thousands of dollars to tell him something that he already knows. There's a reason why, and I'm saying a boxer, Clarissa Shields, we just had Clarissa Shields on here. Follow me, people. This is the show, people. This is the show. But like I said, there's a reason why you pay people who specialize in certain things to help you do certain things. The reason why you pay them to teach you what you already know is so they can reinforce that message. Because like I said, you're not equipped to do it yourself, but they're equipped to tell you. It's like when I first started driving, or when my old coach used to say in basketball or football or weight training, it's repetition and all that, but they continually talk to you until you get this voice in your head that sounds like that person that was coaching you. And once that registers, okay, now you're at the level of, okay, now I'm getting good at this shit. So something to keep in mind, people. Let's continue. That's not today's show. Shout out to Miss Jess Hilarious. Here we go.
Wear deodorant when you had Jess shows, man.
Oh.
No, for real, it'd be hot. I'm telling you, people be musty.
Yeah, for those of y'all who don't know, summer started on the 20th. It's summer officially. Woo! Yes, sir. It is summer, so y'all know what it is, man. It's finna be girls out here in these streets. They call them, I heard the term moo-moo. What is a moo-moo?
But what the hell, boy?
What's a moo-moo? I heard girls gonna be wearing moo-moos. What else did I hear? I heard girls gonna be in bikinis. Shout out to Florida. Shout out to Miami. 305 time in the casket. You dig? Yeah, you know, I heard the BBW's gonna be in onesies. I heard they're gonna be in twosies and threesies. So yeah, y'all know what it is, man. Have a good time. It's summer. You only live once. Each year goes by and the time goes by faster and faster and faster. And yes, shout out to Jess Hilarious. Shout out to AO. Me and AO got the same mindset. She said that Jess Hilarious is bait. And I'm here to tell you, I politely agree. Yeah. She my speed, but she's spoken for. So I don't really I ain't that ninja that need to be with a girl that's already taken. That don't really excite me like that. I'd rather have a woman that, you know. You feel me? Anyways, let's continue.
Not hot in the venue, yo.
I don't think that deodorants, and I mean this sincerely, I don't know if deodorants have changed their formula over the years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
Because some like things.
Shout out to the good brother Charlotte. Charlotte, sometimes I'll be like, bro, what you talking about, bro?
But what the hell, boy?
What he be talking about, bro? What he be talking about, bro?
Different. People's bodies are different. Climate change got the heat a little different. Some of the way people be smelling sometimes be a little crazy.
I know.
Man.
The body odors is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, hey, but they ain't even lying though. When I be at the gym, I be like, yo, these ninjas stank, bro. Them ninjas be stank at the gym, bro. Bro, some of these ninjas at the no hate to my gym people. I love all of y'all gym rats and shit. Shout out to the gym rats, but yo. Bro, some of these people be so stank, bro, like it's nasty, bro. Like, you know when somebody smells so bad, that's why they give, for those of y'all who don't know, right? Follow me. Bro, they give y'all the wipes. We got the wipes around the gym, bro. Use the wipes. If you can't smell yourself, I'm here to tell you, bro, you stink, bro, okay? You stink. I have to say it. I gotta say it. You don't smell good, bro. You don't smell good. You don't smell good. And some of y'all be walking around stank. I remember some of the worst things, right? As a youngin', right? Back when I was in high school. Shout out to everybody that went to my school. C4L, if you know, you know. Right? Bruh, not even that. Was that high school or was that middle school? Either or, high school or middle school. Bruh, they had us rolling around. You ninjas was walking around, bro. You ninjas was wearing the same clothes that you wore in PE every day, and you ninjas never washed your clothes. Ninja. I can't make that up, bro. You ninjas are disgusting, bro. Every day they would wear the same clothes, bro. Every single day they'd wear the same clothes, bro, and not wash them to the end of the week. You ninjas was stanking, bro.
But what the hell, boy?
Stanking. Let's continue.
Underarms don't even smell like regular underarms no more.
No.
Yeah, it's different.
Look,
yeah.
I got deodorant on
Where
right
the
now.
hell are y'all at? Where these people smell like this?
Taking
I
my
don't know.
deodorant.
I
You
don't
can
know
see
where
it.
Charlamagne be at because he don't even be outside. So I don't even know
Just
how
walking
he's
by
smelling
people.
these people.
Like, dang, he smell hot. She smell hot.
What? You know when you smell hot, boy, that mean you stink, boy. That mean you stink. Now, if you couldn't tell, you know, somebody said this on the show one time. They saw, you know, they was going in on me one day. Like I had a whole, this when I first started streaming. So I had a whole bunch of ninjas in the chat. I said, damn, what up, everybody? And, you know, they start going in on me. So they was like, yeah, look at this ninja with that bell pepper nose. They was like, yeah. They was like, yeah. They was like, big nose takes all the air. I was like,
But what the hell, boy?
I was like, so yeah, you know, I'm saying that to say this. I have a big nose, so I can smell really well. Just like I got big ears, I can hear really well. So, bro, y'all ninjas be stank, bro. I'm sorry. There's no other way to say it, bro. Clean yourself, bro. Clean yourself. First off, hair holds a smell. I know, I mean, I got my hair on me, right? But hair holds a smell. So you gotta wash properly. I've done this on the stream before. I told y'all, bro. Y'all gotta wash properly, bro. Bro, wash your ass, bro. Wash your ass. I have to say it like that. I don't know why I have to reinforce this because some of y'all like to walk around stinking, bro. It's too hot for you to only take one shower a day, bro. Okay? It's too hot for you to only take one shower a day. There's no way you can convince me on that one. I don't care if you missed it. Ninja, go hop in the shower and run some water on you and just rub the soap on you quickly. Put the soap on a loofah or you know, they was saying something. I seen something on the net where they was talking about, oh, if you use wash rags, you're dirty. I was like,
But what the hell, boy?
I was mad confused on that one because I was like, yo, if that's the case, why they even selling them and promoting them? But yeah, wash rag, loofah. I use a sponge. Shout out to SpongeBob in the Bikini Bottom. And I appreciate Ayo. Ayo says she like my bell pepper nose. Shout out to everybody with a bell pepper nose. Yeah, man, I love the way black people look. We love it. Look at Jess Hilarious nose. Do y'all see Jess nose? Look at Jess nose. I don't know. Maybe it's something wrong with my psyche. Hold on. Let me show you Jess nose. But yeah, what I was saying. Yeah, bro. Clean your ass, bro. Clean your ass. Yeah, bro. Look at Jess nose. It's so big and like, it's just something so cute about it, bro. Come on. Come on. Do you not see that? Is it just me? Do you see that? Do you see her nose? Her nose just looks so sexy to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I got to think for black people though. You know, I think I'm a bit I'm a bit, what is it, race? I'm a bit, no, not racist, my bad.
Boy, what the hell, boy?
My bad. I think I'm a bit prejudiced.
You need to leave.
So I mean, I'll do me a little mixed, girl. Do I swirl sometimes? They ask me if I swirl sometimes. Do I swirl?
You need to leave.
I mean, it depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, just fine though. That brown skin, damn. With the white nails, ladies, brown skin with the white nails, that's the dub. That's the win. Brown skin with the white nails. What else? Light pink. You hit that light pink. Damn. Even another one I seen that's kind of decent too. Green. If you do like a lime green, that lime green is nice. Shout out to Courtney. We got Courtney in the building hitting me with that straight face. Yeah, hey man, hey look, hey yo, look, this ain't even the show. Shout out to Ayo. She said, I understand because people were stupid clowning, but I was hoping Glorilla didn't change her nose. Yeah, hey bro, I love Glorilla's nose before she changed it. I was like, yo, there was nothing wrong with it. Like, it looks normal to me. But like I said, in the famous words of Nas, I say Nas, but we'll call him Nas or Nas. Before we came to this country, we were kings and queens, never porch monkeys. There was empires in Africa called Kush, Timbuktu, where every race came to get books to learn from black teachers who taught Greeks and Romans, Asian Arabs, and gave them gold when gold was converted to blah, blah, blah. They shot up our nose to impose what basically still goes on today, you see? So, I mean, you feel me? Oh, shout out to Courtney. I see why Courtney. Shout out to Courtney. Courtney said, "Don't swirl, honey. It's too problematic." Yeah. You right though. You right. It has to be it would have to be a spur of the moment. All right, y'all distracted me, bro. Let me get back to the show. Y'all focus on the show. Damn.
All right. Well,
got me talking about women.
Safe out there. And if you got somebody old on your block or a family member, go check on them today because it's hot.
To do
it's
what?
Hot.
To make it
Yeah,
even
it's hot.
hotter? They don't want your ass around them in this heat.
Old people be mad as hell. Don't even check on them, yo. They be so hot they don't want to be bothered.
It's hot as hell. I ain't got no AC. I got the fan in the window, and you
Yeah,
bring
it's
your
hot.
black ass over here to make it even hotter. Don't bring your black ass over here.
All right. Well, maybe don't check on them.
Damn.
Wait.
All right, shout out to the Breakfast Club. Y'all know what it is, man. All right, man, let's get into the show. Like I said, before we get to the main event, and y'all answer that poll in the chat and hit the like button, we have Law and Order with blacatom. All right, so first things first, wild shit that I see on the internet. I always tell you guys this, I'm going to sound like a broken record after a while. Hopefully I don't get boring to you all, but we all have the same internet, but we all have different algorithms. So we may or may not see the same shit. But I'm just I guess I'm just the mediator in all this. You feel what I'm saying? So in other news, I seen a man shot and killed a man shot and killed his uncle for eating his last honey bun without asking for permission. Ninja. Shout out to Courtney. Hey man, shout out to all the big noses. Yeah, that bell pepper nose shit was funny, bro. That shit was funny. Hold on, we gotta address that. Yeah, that was funny. But I mean, I probably would look weird with a small nose too, so I'm keeping my nose. And shout out to you if you got a big nose. Ain't nothing wrong with a big nose. Shout out to I don't want to say their name, but their name rhymes with two, as the people in Baltimore say. And two-ish people, right? Two-ish people have big ass noses as well. So when I say I'm mad confused, bro, I'm mad confused, bro. Like two-ish people, two-ish people, they nose is big and long too. So I'm saying, and they nose look good on them as well. So I don't know. Shout out to you. Look, man. If you believe in the Most High, let me show y'all something. If you believe in the Most High, right? If you believe in the Most High, God made us in his image and rightfully so. So we all look different. We all look like different versions of God, okay? Like I said, Law and Order with blacatom. So a man shot and killed his uncle for eating his honey bun without asking for permission. According to DeKalb County warrants, 29-year-old Michael Crowley got angry when he found out his uncle, 48-year-old Roderick Crowley, had eaten his honey bun from the refrigerator. A witness told Michael to calm down and leave the house. But he came back and allegedly shot Roderick 4 times in the chest and arms, killing him. You ninjas, boy. I be trying to tell y'all, bro. Y'all wonder why I stay to myself. Ninjas out here is loony. Now, fellas, like I said, I don't mean to always take the women's side, but this is why I take the women's side. Fellas, do you see why women sometimes don't want to talk to us, bruh? Because look at what you ninjas do. And then we have this thing, right? And I'm a man, so I can say this. We got this thing called the male ego. Fellas, I'm here to tell you, your male ego is asinine, okay? Asinine. Sometimes we have this thing called the unmitigated gall, right? So, you know, like I said, shout out to ladies. I love the ladies on here. Shout out to my ninjas, my Adams I approach. But like sometimes y'all say stuff like, you know, y'all not seeing it now, but sometimes I would have ninjas in here saying things like, you know, like saying things, and I've had to stop the show and check them because I'm like, bro, you know, I get what you're saying. You know, you're watching me, but I'm like, bro, like, why would you think as a man that I'm supposed to care what you think? And I'm not attracted to you. I don't know you, you know, all this stuff. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like that kind of shit, bro. Now, shout out to the alphabet boys and girls and the LGBTQIA plus and all of them, right? But yeah, bro. Yeah. Sometimes y'all ninjas gotta chill, bro. We gotta chill as men. I know, you know, men are the new women, and you ninjas get your panties in the water and whatever the case may have you. Yeah, bro, I'm here to tell you life too short for all that bullshit. Sometimes I gotta just take a chill pill, bro. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna start bringing my, like some of the shit I see on social media, like on my social media, like, you know, when people say stuff to each other, these ninjas be tripping, bro. You can only laugh, but like I said, thank God that there's a buffer between us. Like, thank God there's the, you know, the social media, the phone buffer, the internet buffer, and they're not in our face because some of these people make you uncomfortable to be around. So now this ninja, now he about to have unlimited honey buns for the rest of life. So let's applaud him. Good job, brother. Good job. He about to have honey buns for the rest of his life. Let's continue because I was going to pull up the footage, but there's no need. It already did what it needed to. We have another Law and Order with Blac Adam. So we have a New Jersey teacher. White people come to the, oh, hold up. Shout out to my white brothers and sisters, man. Shout out to my white brothers and sisters. My white brother, hey man, come to the front of the club, please form a circle. So we have a New Jersey teacher named Laura Karen, who is indicted on charges for allegedly abusing, for assaulting. Well, you know, they write it a different kind of way, but basically she had a baby by a 13-year-old student. Ninja. Ladies, y'all gotta come check this woman right here. Ladies, there is no justification as to why you couldn't get, you know, I don't even know how to say this because I'm trying to find the right words to say without getting demonetized. But you could have had a baby by a gentleman if it was that serious who was 18 years old. And I need to say it like that because, you know.
What the hell, boy?
You know. And now, for some reason, you found it in your heart to say, I'm going to go take a 13-year-old boy's life and ruin it and be stuck with him for the rest of my life while he's sitting there giving me attention and all this weird shit. Shout out to Courtney. Courtney said he's about to have misery for the rest of his life because no family will support him over no bullshit like that. That's facts, okay? That's facts. Now, I don't know what the uptick is and I don't know what the reasoning is, but I'm here to tell you it's a bunch of, not that I'm looking, but I'm saying it's a bunch of 18-year-old people that's willing to deal with you if you're older, and then vice versa. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how the game goes. I'm not here to expose anything. It just is what it is. Like I said, police began an investigation last year after receiving a tip that the victim's father had made a post on Facebook claiming Karen's 5-year-old child looked like his son. What the hell?
But what the hell, boy?
The boy's family later became friends with Karen, and at some point, the victim and his siblings began staying with Karen once or twice a week. Let me see, blah, blah, blah. Once or twice a week before they began living with Karen permanently from 2016 to 2020. First off, what possessed you? Hey, man. What the what in God's name possessed you just because somebody looked like your son to let you go, let somebody stay with your kid? Hey, parents, like I said, parents do better, bro. Hey, shout out to Courtney. What the hell? That's the best way to describe it, bro. What possessed y'all? What possessed y'all to do that, bro? I don't know. Like I said, court documents also allege that the victim confirmed to the police that he was in a sexual relationship with Karen, and it's so interesting that her name just happened to be Karen, and that he was the father of her young child. Ninja. I need more sounds, bro. I need more sounds, bro. No, that was the wrong sound. I meant this one. This one. Hold on, let me hit it again. Hold on.
What are you doing?
What the hell is wrong with these people, bro? The child was born when the victim was 13 years old. A friend of Karen's told the New York Post that the accused threw a baby shower for the child. Oh my God.
But what the hell, boy?
That's not funny. And told friends that the father was out of the picture. Ninja. Yeah, these people out here. Looney Tune behavior, people. Parents, if you're a parent, hey man, watch your kids. Let your kids know you love them. People in this world are going to try and harm them. They're going to try and do inappropriate things to them. And let your kids understand what boundaries are, okay? That is a crazy situation. But like I said, we're bringing light to it because, you know, in society, for some odd reason, or at least the society I see, they love to make it look like ninjas is the only one doing shit like this. So they like to, you know, use Shannon Sharp and throw Shannon Sharp under the bus. I know she's not as big as Shannon Sharp, but I'm saying, so you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Let's continue. Now, I'm not here defending Shannon because, yeah, that's a bit, for lack of a better term, what the hell he on? That's a bit crazy. But still, we're going to continue. Oh, we got Miss Tia Kemp. Shout out to Tia Kemp and shout out to 50 Cent. Tia Kemp made it to the show again. Let's see what she has to say.
I'm not that. The YNs wants to screw me.
Whoa.
But what the hell?
Whoa.
You need a bean.
The YNs want to screw her. I ain't gonna lie though. Well, I mean, I said this. Shout out to Rick Ross because, like I said, it's tough to speak about these women because they all spoken for. So you know, if there's somebody's ex or baby mother, you don't know if they ended on good terms or not. So they gonna hear you say something. So if I turn around and say, oh, you know, Tia Kemp, if she was younger, she would have been my speed. She would have been my girl. You know what I'm saying? Rick Ross from the same area as me. Rick Ross gonna pull up on me with the goons like what you said about my BM ninja, and I'm gonna be sitting here looking at him like,
but what the hell, boy?
So yeah. I'm gonna keep my comments and concerns to myself. Shout out to the older women and the cougars or whatever you call them. Shout out to all of them. Here we go.
I'm not trying to screw the YNs, so therefore I'm not a cougar. Okay? I'm not a cat. I'm not anything of a feline. I don't even like cats. Do you understand me?
I understand you.
I don't. I fear cats. I don't like them.
Yeah, drink you that water, girl. Drink you that water. Yeah.
So please stop calling me a cat. Please stop
you
calling
got
me
a
a
nice
cougar.
skin, though.
Someone in my DMs today called me a thundercat.
Oh.
You call me jaguars. You call me cats. You just constantly calling me a feline. I'm not a furball.
Shout out to the felines everywhere. Yeah. All right, let's continue. Hey man, answer that poll. Like I said, answer that poll. We got this ninja right here. Shout out to the Alphabet Boys and Girls. You know they get some credit on the show because somehow, some way, at the same time it's Men's Mental Health Month. At the same time, it is Pride Month. Ninja.
But what the hell, boy?
I don't know, but let's talk about it. All right, this ninja said Instagram is the red light district, whatever that means. Here we go.
I was today years old when I found out that Instagram was a prostitution site.
Oh.
When I said y'all called me a madman and said I hated women, when I said that I hated women, right? I remember I made a post saying that the most unattractive Instagram for a woman to have is an Instagram with a whole bunch of different city and country highlights where she's always at some fancy brunch or restaurant spot and she's always done up in every single post and that's all you ever see. Her on the beach in a bikini, like I said, in the restaurants, and all her highlights are different countries. You know why? Because she's an escort.
Oh! Oh! Fellas, I'm gonna keep saying it, gentlemen. You gotta breathe sometimes. Fellas, y'all gotta realize, bro. Like, you know, it's a tough subject because everybody get mad. Bro, what would you have a woman do, bro? Like, look, bro, like, what is a woman supposed to do? Is a woman supposed to just sit at the crib and stare at four walls and watch TV all day? Like, do y'all understand? What's today's date? Do y'all understand it's 2025, bro?
But what the hell, bro?
What are they supposed to do? In a world where men and women are equal, what are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to sit there and wait on you, ninja? Like, I mean... Now, at the same time, different strokes to different folks, you feel me? But y'all gotta realize, bro, these women, I told y'all, women belong to the governments, bro. Women do not belong to us. Women belong to the government. It's easier to control the populace. Women belong to the game. When y'all hear me say women belong to the game, just like Ninja, you belong to the game. You don't believe me? Try and make it whatever you have right now in your bank account. Say, I'm going to go against the system. Try and go against the grain. And watch what happens. Take it from me. Do y'all see the way I look? These are the battle wounds of trying to go against the grain, trying not to conform to the system. At some point, you have to assimilate and you have to play the cards that you've been given. Because if you don't play the cards that you've been given, you're going to be sitting there for the rest of your life, which you only have one. I had a conversation with a gentleman yesterday, this black gentleman yesterday, and we were just discussing, and you know, he was telling me, like, you know, the life that you have is already scripted. Like, there are choices that you make. If you believe in free will or determinism, it's kind of already scripted. Whether or not people are happy with it, not happy with it, it's going to happen. So like I said, do you expect these girls to just sit there and wait on you to get your stuff together? I'm here to tell you, ladies, if you waiting on a dude to get his stuff together, yeah, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. I gotta say it like that. I gotta say it like that, bro, because some of y'all ninjas be tripping, bro. Y'all gotta stop tripping. Anyways, yeah, I mean, if they sell it, look, y'all ninjas is the ones reaching out to these girls on Instagram. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't DM people like that. I feel like I'm gonna be lost in the sea of DM. So I understand that a woman probably has a couple ninjas, a good couple hundred ninjas trying to reach out to them at all times. So I'm just like, bro, I got my own shit to do. I ain't got time to sit there and try and figure it out. But like I said, gentlemen, at the end of the day, women are going to live their life whether you want them to or not. My advice to you is to think like them and ruthlessly go for what you want. So the difference between us and them is that they're going ruthlessly for whatever they want at all times. And that's why I say women have now become men and men have become women. I don't say that in a negative connotation. When I say it about the men, how men act like females or women or whatever, I don't call women females like that, but y'all know what I mean, because they're men, they're males, and they're not women. We call them females. So when I say it towards men, I'm saying it with a negative connotation. But like I said, women have become the new men in the sense that when they want something, they find a way to go get it. Whereas you ninjas sit there and cry about whatever everybody else is doing. And me personally, bro, I can't get behind that shit. And they just call me a simp for it. I'm just like, hey, I'm a simp then. I'm a simp. Hey, shout out to Courtney. Courtney said they have no guidance. That's why they're lost paying for play with, I can't say the word, but you know. And shout out to AO. AO said, how old are you, BA, if you don't mind me asking? You got to go look me up. AO, I can't tell nobody my age, but I mean, I'm in my mid to late 20s. Yeah. You need to leave. But like I said, I've lived a crazy life though. So you feel me? Shout out to you. They say I'm very wise because I'm an old soul, but no, my dad was wise. I was raised by my father, so that's why I come off the way that I do. You know, my dad kind of taught me discipline and morals and shit. And then I also studied philosophy. I was supposed to be a lawyer, so I've had a lot of time to think. I've had a lot of time to ponder. That's why I come off the way that I do, because I'm like, you know, the thinking statue that be like, but what about this? Like the dummy. What do they call him? The dummy? The dum or something? You know, the statue where they like this. Yeah. So I'll be like this, thinking like this. And yeah, at the same time, also remember, guys, you know, I'm not perfect. You know, I fall short. I'm gonna use the Bible as an example. I fall short of the glory of God. So I've done shit that I'm not proud of. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't do no crazy shit though that's gonna put me in jail. I'm saying, like, you know, I done made mistakes with women to understand that. So like I said, I've done all the crazy stuff that you shouldn't really do as a man. I've done those things. So I've learned, you know, when I thought I was a man, I learned that I wasn't a man. And even now I still understand that I'm not a man yet because I'm not at my level of success. When I get there, okay, cool. But till then, like I said, I'm on the build up now, but I'm aware, I'm self-aware. So I actually, you know, I'm aware of what's going on. I have empathy and I always try and put myself in other people's shoes because, you know, I felt like when I was younger, a lot of people didn't put themselves in my shoes, but it's all good though. Cause, you know, we're going to keep pushing and persevering for success. So yeah, like I said, I just understand with women because I've had women tell me, I've had women teach me, and I've told y'all this, I don't really have to hide behind this. I've had like majority of my girlfriends from like high school and up or like middle school, whatever, they were all older than me. So that's why I have this kind of knowledge. So they kind of broke these things down to me. Like they've had a conversation like, so Adam, you know, I was sitting there like, damn, you know, I want you to myself. I want to lock you away in the castle. And they sitting there like, right? And then I have another girl. I say the same thing to the other girl. And she's sitting there like,
but what the hell, but
You need to leave.
and then I try to understand the difference. And then, like I said, they hit me with the game. So they told me like, so you expect me to sit there and wait on you to be successful? And I'm sitting there like, so yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been through a lot. I've had my fair share of experiences, and that's why I understand these things now. But with that being said, shout out to Courtney. Courtney said we all fall short whether we're honest about it or not. Good for you for living in your truth. I'm glad you came across my algorithm. Thank you. Yeah, man, like I said, bro, look, this the way I live, though. I don't live the best because this the way I live. Look, man, we're all going to die, okay? We're all going to die. I have to say it like this.
You need to leave.
So this life that you're living right now is not the practice life. Like, this is not the practice for your actual life. Like, this is it. So you got to kind of live it up. So back when I was younger, I'm saying like when I was in college and shit, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was living it up, bro. I was wilding out here in these streets, but I learned to calm down. Like I said, you got to kind of calm it down because, you know, I was pissing off the wrong people. I was getting into it with people, getting into fights, doing all type of shit. I think back like, damn, that's why y'all always hear me say, you know, like stay away from the gang shit and all that. I was sitting there dissing people, just doing all kind of shit, bro. And then I had to kind of grow up because I'm like, damn, like I said, it just was certain situations I was in where I realized that people are seeing me as a threat. So people aren't seeing me the way that I see myself. I told you I was bullied as a kid for being, you know, Mr. Chocolate Weapon here. I was Mr. Chocolate Weapon as a kid, so they used to bully me. You know, they used to call me black and shit and all this shit, talk shit. It's all good now, but I'm saying, so in my head, a lot of people made me feel smaller than I really am. And I can say that proudly because, you know, I'm grown now, so it is what it is. So I never really understood how big I was in comparison to my peers because mentally they made me feel small. So when I came to that conclusion is when I'm in the streets as an adult and, you know, I'm getting into altercations with people and I realized them ninjas looking at me like I could really do them some harm. So they trying to jump me. They trying to set me up, like really, really set me up good. And I'm sitting here like, why this keep happening? And I'm like, oh shit, I see myself one way, whereas people see me another way. And like I said, it's crazy because, you know, my parents sheltered me from negativity. That's why I always say shout out to Papa Black and my stepmama. You feel me? They sheltered me away from like the real reality of the world. But my dad used to always tell me, oh, you know, Adam, the world's not a nice place. He used to say that to me. He's like, it's not a nice place. Never put your faith in anybody because you never know how to disappoint you. These are the things my dad used to say to me coming up. And he used to make me sad. You know, I'll cry like a baby and shit. But he was like, you need to know these things. You'll understand when you get older. And now I get back, I'm like, damn, I understand. That's how I'm able to move so fluidly because, no pun intended, because you know how the alphabet people get. You know, they like that gender fluidity shit. Now I'm trolling, but I'm saying I'm able to move so effortlessly because, like I said, my parents tried their best. My parents did their best. Shout out to Ayo. She said, we really do think a lot. Like it's wild. I'm tripping. But that's not synchronicity. I just hit 40 and my husband's older, but let me tell you, let me just say he's now as mature as you already are. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's another thing. It's like I said, people say I'm an old soul. That's it. So that's why I come off older. Like I said, I've been around a lot of old people. So a lot of older people gave me game. Like I used to stay with my granny all the time. So make she sleep in peace. She used to give me game. My granny used to tell me like it is. Cause like my people, you know, everybody's scared of the grandma cause she be kind of grouchy and shit. I was never really scared of my granny. So she used to just spit the real to me. She used to spit the real to my brother. She used to tell us the stories about what she went through. You know, her, my dad and my uncle. So like my dad and my uncle used to like put me and my brother on game. You know, they used to spit the real to us. So like I said, I just come off the way I do because I'm reflections of them. But like I said, if y'all meet me in real life, I'm very I'm like this, but I got to get to know you. I'm actually very reserved because my parents, like I said, my uncle, my dad, my stepmom, all of them, my auntie, they all very introverted people. Like unless they know you, they very on the side of caution. But they cool though. They real cool. They just very soft-spoken, introverted people. Shout out to Courtney. She said, when you're like that spirit, it glows. That's why people are attracted to you. Glad you learned early. Many never do. Like I said, y'all just gotta chill, bro. We all finna die. Y'all gotta vibe sometimes. Y'all gotta catch ourselves. I do certain things too. I'm gonna start posting what I do. I write and shit. So I got like a couple journals of shit that I write down that's in my head so I can gain control of my thoughts. But let's continue the show because it's not about me. It's about Chrisean. Y'all answer that poll in the chat. Y'all know what it is, bro. Let's continue. And like I said, everybody go through it too. So that's why I try and tell y'all. I give y'all the grace. Like y'all see me pop shit on here with these celebrities because I plan on being a celebrity in the future. Not like I'm bragging about it, but I met a couple celebrities. So I've met a couple people. Like I met Magic Johnson. I met Larsa Pippen. I've met Shaq. Not Shaq, like I actually met him. I actually bumped him in passing when I was working at Best Buy. He actually came into the store. But I've seen a couple of these people, and I used to think that they were larger than life. And what I do here, I talk about them like they're regular because they're regular people. They're cool people. Like I like what they're doing and I support what they're doing, but they're also regular people just like us. And that's why I try and bring everybody down to earth. So even Chrisean Rock, we use Chrisean Rock as an example. This woman is dealing with a ninja that is affiliated. Ninja.
You need to leave.
Do you guys understand that this ninja and her could end up in the wrong spot at the wrong time and they might just do them ninjas in like this? Do y'all understand that? Trying to tell y'all, bro. But let's get back to the show. I could talk to you guys all day about that, but we'll do a team building exercise, as I like to call it, a team building exercise where we get to know everybody in the core. I consider all of you guys part of the core, and I consider all you guys part of my family. You guys are my family. So in the future, when I can get back to my family, I will. But for now, we start here. So this is the best I could do. And shout out to Ayo. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. The reason why I'm so humble is, like I said, I've been tested by life. So I've had people test my gangster. I done got into it with people. I done been set up before multiple times. I done jumped people. That's what I'm saying. So I haven't lived the best life. I just, I learned to do better because my parents expected better of me. So I'm like, damn, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I lashing out? And I just figured out why I was lashing out. And that's why I have some self-control now. But let's get back to the show. And shout out to all y'all, man. Y'all never gonna let me get back to the show. Damn. Y'all talk amongst each other, bro. Like I said, y'all talk amongst each other. But really, like I said, last thing before I get back to the show. The reason why I do this, people, is because there's going to be a kid that's out there that looks like me and is not gonna feel like he fits in. And hopefully he can see the show and be like, damn, I fit in. Because coming up as a youngin', I never felt like I could fit into any group because of how everything was, how my life was, how I was raised. I switched a bunch of schools multiple times. So I never actually felt comfortable trying to fit into a group. So I would always kind of be a loner. Like I had people I rock with, but other than that, even the people I rock with, they had like people that they rock with. So I always kind of felt by my lonely. I mean, I had my brother, but my brother was older. So when he's doing his shit, I was doing my shit. So then I learned after a while, you just learn to be comfortable by yourself. So I'm comfortable by myself. That's really what it comes down to. But yeah, let's continue. Like I said, one day we're going to have to do a team building exercise. This is not a cult, though. This is not a cult. Let me say that. Because a lot of y'all going to be thinking, oh, this is a cult. The core, what's the core? The core sees you. What does that mean? It's not a cult. It's like a network, like the Atom Effect, which is my business. It's a network. Hopefully it's going to be something big in the future. We start here now. This is the groundwork. We're laying the foundation. Now let's continue before everybody leaves. So we have Fat Joe. Fat Joe's back in the news. Like I said, Law and Order with Black Adam. We got Fat Joe back in the news. And I told you guys, I did a show on this, I believe, or we discussed this briefly, where Fat Joe's being accused of sexually assaulting a minor and buying her BBL. And I think that was at 15 years old. Let me see. So he released a statement following a recent lawsuit from a former employee accusing him of fornication acts, along with claims that he had a fornication relationship with minors. If you get fired for doing something wrong, just take your L and live with it. Let me see if I can find a bigger page. I can't find a bigger page. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go to yeah, I don't know what to believe. All I know is shout out to Courtney. Courtney said he did it. I don't know what to believe. All I know is why did this person wait until he was fired to say something? Let me see if I can find it. Can I find it? Fat Joe. We're gonna go to Say Cheese. Or we might just go to his page. Let me see. Say Cheese. Where's Fat Joe? Joey Crack. Let me see. Where you at? I don't see him. We might have to go to his page. Yeah, we might have to go to his page. Let me see. Fat Joe. Let's see if he made the statement. Here's the statement. All right, so damn, I still can't read that, bro.
But what the hell,
Yeah, you know, so you know, guys, you know what it is. He made a statement, and in this statement he said, why would you turn around and accuse me of something I didn't do? We have some people in the chat believing he did, some people believing he didn't. All I know is, guys, action through inaction is still action. And that's why I tell you, if you see something, say something. Because if you don't say anything, people are going to look at you like, why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you say anything? And that's the main thing, gentlemen. When you guys turn around and sue somebody and they come out with allegations, make sure you remember that you should have said something when you first seen it. You were scared to lose your job. But like I said, Ninja, is that the kind of money you want to make? All money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. Shout out to Courtney. You know what it is, Courtney. We got Cash Doll. All right, shout out to Cash Doll. Let's get back to the pretty brown skin women's. So we have Cash Doll detailing how she met her new man, Zadarius, who revealed their relationship and addressing her cheating rumors. Here we go.
So he played for the Lions and he approached you when you were out at the club. Did you know who he was?
I didn't.
Okay,
No.
I love that.
Yeah, he was trying to for a minute. He was in my DM. I didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah. And then my friend had just told me, like, yeah, you know, somebody's reaching out trying to, and I'm like, what? Oh, like what? Like no, like huh?
Yeah.
You know, because I don't do all that. You know, when I'm back outside, I'm single.
Right.
I just left. I got back home in Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
and so I went outside. And I'm at the club,
Mm-hmm.
and this come walking up on me.
Yes. Right.
He introduced
But what
himself.
the hell, boy?
How he introduced himself? Like, what did he say?
My girl. He just said, "What's up?" to me, and my name's Zadarius, and it's nice to meet you. And I was like, "Wow." I was like, "It's nice to meet you too." I just said, "Nice to meet you too."
Mm-hmm.
And he smiled, and I just was thinking about that smile, like when he
Yeah.
walked away, like where'd he go? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so
And-
you guys didn't like wrap it up in that moment?
No, that's when I started
Really?
following him back after that.
And then you saw the DMs?
Yeah.
And then you responded?
And then we just.
Hey, shout out to Cash Doll, man. Yeah, man. Hey. Me personally, I'm very straightforward. I told you I used to be wildin', so I was the type of ninja that I was gonna pull up. If I like you, I'm pulling up. I'm shooting my shot. I shot a lot of shots. If y'all ever see screenshots of me shooting shots, just know I shot a lot of shots, okay? But yeah, no, I mean in real life, you know, I'm the type of ninja, like I'll pull up like, you know, hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. You know, you fine. I want to get to know you and take you out sometime. I'm pulling up straight like that. That's if I'm really feeling you. That's if I'm really feeling you. If I'm really feeling you. But like I said, yeah, I don't do that no more because I feel like it's kind of weird. Like I say, society has changed. So I feel like I don't feel comfortable like pushing up on a woman like in public like that no more. It's tough. And that's why they, you know, that's why ninjas is setting up women on Instagram now because, you know, the way it's kind of portrayed, like you can't really come up to a girl unless she talk to you first. So that's why I'm like, bro, you know, because I'm bold enough to do it. I had the mental wherewithal or the confidence to do it. But I'm like, nah, you know, like I could take no. Like you could turn around and be like, ew, you're not my type. I'm gonna say, damn. All right, well, it was nice meeting you. Shout out to Ayo. Ayo said, but being honest, when we were 16 and 17, we were attracted to older guys. And because of what I've been through, I felt like an older, wiser soul too. So I gotta be 100. It's a fine line. Bars. Yeah, they never tell you, bro. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, bro. When we was young, bro, when I was in high school, shout out to everybody back home from the crib that watched my shit. So when we was in high school, it was when I was a freshman in high school, it was ninjas out here in these streets getting women cars. When I was in high school, they was buying these girls brand new cars. I was looking at these people like,
Well, what the hell, boy?
I was like, how, bro, in my head, well, I was trying to play ball, so I wasn't really too worried. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, bro, how are they getting the money to buy a woman a car? Like, they would buy a car, you would hear the girl screaming, give her a promise ring and all this shit. I'm like, damn. I was sitting here like, I was like, bro, there's no way. I used to think, like, I was like, damn, so if I get a job, You know, back then I'm trying to play ball and shit, so I'm doing track, trying to drop weight to play basketball. This is my 9th grade year. So I'm sitting there like, bro, let me do the calculations. I'm looking at jobs. I'm like, damn, so if I get me a job fucking with $15 an hour, I multiply that. So I'm looking at cars. I'm like, bro, how would I buy myself a car if I go get this girl a car? I'm sitting there like,
but what the hell, boy?
I'm like, bro, there's no way, bro. So I just got that out of my head real quick. I was like, look, I come from a different type of struggle. I ain't buying nobody a car. That's my girlfriend and shit. And I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, they was buying cars. I'm talking about grown ninjas. It was grown ninjas. And look, another thing too, it was grown ninjas. Like niggas that failed in school. Them niggas failed. Y'all niggas know who y'all is. Y'all follow me on Facebook. We know each other. I don't say nothing to you. Don't say Nathan to me, my ninja. But yeah, them niggas was grown ninjas, like 20 years old, failed school, failed class 2 or 3 times, right? Failed class 2 or 3 times, right? And look, bro, failed class 2 or 3 times, and they was, you know, effing with the freshman girls. I was like,
what the hell,
I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, but I'm like, damn, it ain't my business. You know why it ain't my business? Because the game is sold and not told, baby. The game is sold and not told. So it's not my business. It's not my business. I don't care. They got to do what they got to do. If I had, look, it ain't tricking if you got it. If I had the money, I'd probably go do it too. I ain't going to lie to you, man. I done blew some money off of women. One thing about it that y'all never be able to question, and when my shit take off, the women that I've dealt with that I actually claimed as my girlfriends, y'all know who y'all are. They could never say I ain't drop a bag. I done went broke dealing with these girls. Went broke. Gave them everything. Hold on, the sound didn't play. Hold on. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Let's continue. Here we go.
From there. Yeah.
That's cute. Look at you cheesing.
Shout out to High Lows. High Lows said 7 viewers. Congrats speaking on her. I guess you mean Chrisean. Shout out to Chrisean, man. Hey, Chrisean know what it is, bro. She know what it is. It's all love. When we get the bag, we gonna send her a gift. We probably send her some clothes or some shit. Here we go.
You like him?
I do. He cool with me. He all right with me. Yeah.
And you guys are like blending kids too. You know, like you have kids, like he has kids.
Woo!
What is that like?
Yeah, serious.
Do you want more kids? You did say though that you weren't going public.
Hey, love is crazy. Shout out to Cash Doll, man. Shout out to Cash Doll. Courtney said that's when love was pure. Now it's crazy. Yeah, love is crazy. It's crazy though. Between Cash Doll and Remy Ma, I think I'd rather have me a Remy Ma. Yeah.
You need to leave.
All right, continuing on. We have an American Airlines flight making emergency return to Las Vegas. Here we go.
Catch fire midair under any circumstances.
And we about to get to the main event, people. We about to get to the main event. You know, we got caught up, so I didn't get to do everything, but there's always tomorrow. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, watching that video, you'll see American Airlines Flight 1665 up in the air. This was above Las Vegas, leaving this trail of smoke in its path. Obviously, really scary moments for people who were on board, but also witnesses who captured some of that video. People saw flames and smoke shooting from the plane. Take a look at this. People who were on the ground also calling emergency responders. So take a listen to air traffic controllers talking about what was happening on board.
American 1665, same attention. Looks like it flames coming out of the engine. Yeah, we're gonna have to return.
We don't fly no more. Shit like that.
8 minutes after that call, pilots were then safely able to make an emergency landing back at the Vegas airport that it took off from. We know there were 153 passengers and 6 crew members on board. At this point, we've not heard any reports of injuries. As for how this happened, well, American Airlines is saying there was a mechanical issue, but no evidence of fire in the engine. It says, quote, the aircraft taxied to the gate under its own power and customers deplaned normally.
Catch fire.
Crazy shit, people. Be careful out here in these streets. All right, man, let's get to the main event so we get people back in here. Y'all know what it is. Let's get to the main event. Now, you know, Chrisean don't like people speaking on her. Well, first off, let me hit my little thing. 4, 3, 2, 2. Yes, sir. Woo! All right, so like I was saying, we at the main event, people. And I was saying Chrisean don't really like people speaking on her because nobody knows the full story. I don't blame her. When I speak on her, it's all love. So today's episode, she claps back at fans accusing her of chasing clout using Blueface. I'm the reason Blue is where he is. He was a flop. Now I'm here to tell you. Let me start by saying this. If you didn't know, now you know. I'm not chasing clout when I talk about Chrisean Rock, but for some odd reason, when you talk about Chrisean Rock on this internet, right? On this internet, for some reason, everybody can see what you're saying. So we got to talk about Chrisean Rock. With that being said, y'all answer that poll, hit the like button. When I talk about Chrisean Rock, I say these things with love. You know, I'm just dissecting the videos. We're all saying what's on everybody's minds, okay? The writing's on the wall. Past that, need I say more? Need I say more? But let's continue. So first things first, we have Chrisean Rock saying that Blueface will never see Chrisean Jr. again.
You need to leave.
Now, this is more recent footage. Here we go.
So I'm on my way to go get the rest of my stuff from the crib. I'm getting my removal tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll be streaming it on my Twitch. I'm gonna drop the link. So go follow my journey of letting go my past for real. But I'm finna go get the rest of my son's stuff. I'm going to go get my son's stuff. My son will never be in that house, live in that house. We'll never see him again. So I'm on my way to go get the rest of my...
Okay, so there you have it. You heard it from the belly of the beast herself. Let's continue.
You know how hard it is to like take abuse, and then when it's a thing where the father figure, the father.
First off, the music, bro. Y'all be killing me with this music, bro, because you know when you put the music on, like, it just ruins everything. Here we go.
Start disrespecting the child in a way where, as a mom that follow me, bro, pray for me for real. But I gotta live past it. I gotta get through it.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you know the speed, but yeah, bro. When y'all, ladies, one thing, you know, we understand when you got to plead your case on social media, but when you add the sad music, bro, we have to look at you like,
but what the hell, boy?
It's like, okay, are you serious or are you trolling us? Because when you put the sad music, it sounds like you trolling, bro. It sounds like you trolling. Anyway, so she came out with a couple of things. She been going off on the net. I seen a couple of things. I can't show y'all that with Cardi. That was wild. Let me see. First things first, I'm trying to find all the stuff. Supposedly she's beefing with and shout out to Courtney. She said she made so much money playing on y'all sympathy. Bars. I don't blame her though, because if people want to give her some money, hey bro, go get you your. It's hard for a brother out here and a sister out here in these streets, okay? It ain't easy, bro. Think about it. This the way I look at it, bro. Actors in movies do it all the time. Actors in shows do it all the time, bro. They all play on our sympathy. So there's certain characters we like when it comes to certain actors. Like, for example, you know, I rock with Will Smith. I like Will Smith and I Am Legend. I like Will Smith and motherfucking, what's the shit called? iRobot. I like Will Smith and iRobot. That's that. You know, I like that Will Smith. I like Denzel Washington in Training Day. I like Denzel Washington in The Equalizer. You know, it's just different versions of him, okay? You feel me? Shout out to my Latino brothers and sisters. I ain't say nothing to y'all. I ain't say nothing to y'all this whole stream. You know, I think Vin Diesel is Hispanic, I think. Is he Latinx? I don't know. Vin Diesel. Shout out to Vin Diesel. I like Vin Diesel in The Chronicles of Riddick. You feel me? I like Vin Diesel in that. I like Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious. Come on, bro. Come on now. Shout out to AO and shout out to Courtney. Courtney said, oh, it's a difference. We know it's a movie. Facts. Shout out to AO. She said, I got the job I've been wanting. I found out today, so I promised myself after today, I ain't saying nothing else more than I already said about her. So this is my last discussion. Oh, you can still pop in. You better still come back and pop in. Come on now. Don't just leave. Don't this sleep, but yeah. We gonna make it the last discussion. We gonna make it the last discussion since AO said let's make it the last discussion. Let's make it a special one. Come on. So yeah, like I said, you know, she's playing a character online, people. Character or a caricature of a character. Like for example, I mean, you know, me personally, I'm playing myself. Like this is me. This is actually who I am in real life. I mean, I might add a little bit of jokes. I'm very straightforward as a person. I'm very straightforward because people used to fuck with me when I was younger. Excuse my French. So I'm very straightforward as a person. So, this is who I am in real life. But like I said, I'm also somewhat playing a character. So I'm kind of doing the thing of putting myself out there. So I'm trying to be more open. I'm trying to be more friendly. I'm trying to crack more jokes. I'm trying to get better at doing so. I'm trying to build my craft up. Now with her, like I said, she's a rapper. I guess she's an internet personality. She has these things that she does. But when it comes to her saying she doesn't need Blueface, that's where I'm like, shout out to AO. AO said, I hate to be fatalistic or nihilistic, a word you've used before, even when it seems like a motherfucker ain't never gonna change. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, you know, it's not being nihilistic. I always say nihilistic is like the same as being pragmatic. So it's just being realistic. So the reality of the situation is nobody's going to change unless they want to change, right? If they don't want to change, there's nothing you can do to convince them to change. And in this case, like I said, they have to see that there's something wrong with themselves first. And that's where the change starts. You have to recognize that change needs to happen. So right here, this is where she said, I'm the reason Blueface is where he is, and that Blueface is a flop. And to that, I'm just like,
but what the hell, boy?
So here we go.
The reason why Blue is where he's at now, he was a flop. Y'all need to stop playing with me. Yeah, he was who he was. Yes. But everybody had the same opportunity I had when they came around, and they ain't did nothing. I put him back on the map. What did anybody else do? Nothing. What? I'm the type to put all my money, all what I made in his account and not care about whatever I got going on because I'm trusting that will be a real one. No, get out my face. Get out my face. I'm the reason why Blue is where he's at.
But what the hell, boy?
I'll let you guys be the judge. Here we go.
The reason why Blue is where he's at now, he was a flop. And people keep saying, humble yourself. I've been humbled. Already been humbled. No. Leave me alone. Please, respectfully. Thank you. Carry on.
Let's carry on. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. 1 second. I had something to show you. Right now, she is actually... Well, first off, I have this right here. I have this right here. So I'm gonna show you guys this, and this is no shade to Chrisean. I'm just showing you this because it's content. Somebody made it. It wasn't me, so don't shoot the messenger. And it says fans say Chrisean Rock's baby never had a chance. Like I said, I personally feel like kids is off limits. In this case, you know, we're using this message to reinforce the point that everybody was making. But kids are off limit, people. Leave people's kids alone because ninjas will die about their kids, bro, in a heartbeat. I have love for my kids that I have in my nutsack, okay? I have to say it like that, okay? I still have love for my kids that I haven't even had yet. So that's just going to put it into perspective for you. And that's to the poll in the chat, too. Here we go.
You, with the baby and stuff. Why are you lying?
Really been flued out in real life, though. Ladies, one more time.
So in this video, it's showing different instances in which she was supposedly pregnant and drinking, right? But like I said, everything is for entertainment and commentary purposes only. It's just to we're just discussing. Okay, here we go. And she was smoking there.
Get yourself together. Where the bottle at? Oh my gosh. Drink it. She asked for another bottle. I'm just gonna get no liquor. Yes, I can.
Now, like I said, you know, we all have a responsibility to ourselves first, but at the same time, the people who are around her, who are enabling her, in my personal and humble opinion, I think you people should all be responsible as well, right? You're all responsible as well. And I think to rectify the situation, because the situation can't be rectified per se, it is what it is, you're all supposed to be there supporting her now. Now, if you are, like I said, I digress from this conversation. But if you're not, we have you on video. You're on video. We have footage. Footage is right here. We have you on camera. Let's get it.
I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me. No, you should do it because it's cold. Fucking liquor.
Look at this shit. Hold on.
When they were here last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
Do y'all see this? Are y'all seeing this?
Even you with the baby and stuff.
Now, like I said, we ain't saying that. We ain't slandering y'all. You know, I know what it is, ladies. I know shit get hard out here in these streets. Look, even me, I get stuck. You know, I might hit me a little cigar. All right, I might hit me a little cigar. One thing's for sure. Two things for certain, though. I can't get pregnant. Okay. Well, shout out to the alphabet boys and girls. Cause you know, they say a man can get pregnant. I don't know. I don't know. I'm saying for me. That's why I say I don't speak for everybody. I'm saying for me. For me, as far as I know, I can't get pregnant. You feel what I'm saying? You see what you feel what I'm saying? I can't get pregnant. So what I'm trying to say is this, bro. I'm trying to say, yeah, ladies, I know it's tough out here sometimes, bro. It's hard out here and shit. You know, you gotta kind of cope. Sometimes you gotta practice breathing exercises, bro. You gotta practice. Look. You gotta practice breathing exercises because you sitting there. When you get pregnant, it's not just about you anymore. And gentlemen, I'm here to tell you as well. Shout out to the Adams that find their way to my page. When you get a woman pregnant, it's not just about you no more. Now, you know, my feelings may have changed when it comes to these topics, but y'all gotta remember I'm out here in Texas with it. Shout out to Texas. What up to the Big T? We in Texas now. I've been in Texas since I was 20 years old. I've been staying by myself since I was 20 years old. So what y'all got to realize is where I'm at is going to kind of influence the way that I think, because when it comes to the media, you know, all the things that are portrayed and pushed, the media that's pushed to me is like, you know, once you get pregnant, that is a life. Okay. Regardless of what I learned when I was back home about abortion. Now you can go get you abortion. That ain't my business, baby. You got to do what you got to do. You feel me? I'm not finna be haunted by that. You might be haunted by that. It's all good. People got to do what they do. I'm not judging, but I'm saying, in my eyes, when you get as a man, you know, I'm talking to the young men, older men, everybody. If you get a woman pregnant, if you lay down with this girl and you make a baby and that pregnancy test comes back positive, you have a child now. Your life is not the same anymore. Now, don't get all hyperventilating. Don't get crazy. Don't get crazy. Oh, what do I do now? What? Don't get crazy. I'm saying, bro, you just got to kind of, okay, now I got responsibilities. Let me go tighten up and handle what I got to do. You feel me? It's ninjas out here with 3 different baby mamas and 6 different baby mamas. Look at Nick Cannon. But look, but follow me. That ninja handling business though, ain't it? That ninja handling business, ain't it? So yeah, like I said, y'all gotta be careful out here, bro. That's it. Young people, old people, use this as a learning example. Cause I'm not saying that like we're not supposed to be sitting here trying to, you know, tell this girl, oh, you know, you ain't shit. Like I said, people, you don't know what this girl thinking in her head. You don't want to say the wrong thing. She turn around and harm her baby, God forbid. And I hate to say it like that, but I'm saying, God forbid. That's why when y'all see me say these things, like I said, we just trolling and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We just talking shit. But in the reality of things, you don't know if it's eating her up every day that she did that to her child. I'm not saying that's a reason to justify what she did or whatever, or if there's anything wrong. But I'm saying is we don't know. So, you know, we could kind of, I ain't saying dial it back, but I'm saying dial it back. Like, you know, hate mail, y'all chill with the hate mail. If anything, send her uplifting mail. If you do that kind of shit, I don't know. I don't do that kind of shit. But I'm saying, we don't know what she going through. I speak from a perspective. I've had a couple friends actually off themselves. So that's why I say, you know, we keep it cool. But like I said, I still have to show my video. I still got to show my video. Talk shit, swallow spit. I got to show my video. Here we go.
Why are you lying?
Bringing that fluid out in real life though. Ladies, one more time.
All right. So like I said, we're going to run that back because I was talking. Let me
Get
be a
yourself
filibuster.
together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
You can't have liquor? Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me. No, you can't.
Yeah, you was wilding when you said that though.
You need to leave.
You was wilding when you said that.
There's no fucking liquor.
So if y'all hold her accountable, I always say just remember to hold everybody else
When they were
accountable
here
as well.
last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
It made me want to go get a drink. Goddamn. Made me want to go hit the blizzy.
Even you with the baby and stuff.
Made me want to hit
Why
the
are you
J.
lying?
All right, man. Like I said, that was just to show y'all what it was, what it is, what it ain't. I just had to show y'all. I had to show y'all what it is and what it ain't. You feel me? Because if y'all ain't know and nobody ever told you, I'm here to tell you. The reason why I'm here to tell you is because in a world where they tell everybody be the same, stay quiet, don't speak up, it's times where you got to speak up out this mug. Let me see. Let me see if I have another one. Hold on. I'm supposed to have another one. Let me see. If anything, I'll go to TikTok with it. Can I find it though? I think I might have to go to TikTok. So supposedly right now she's beefing with this girl. She's beefing with, it's a streamer. I can't remember this ninja. Aries, his girl. I think it's Aries. If y'all know Aries, if I'm saying his name wrong, my BZ.
What the hell, boy?
My BZ. But I think she beefing with this ninja, Aries. I think his girl or DDG's sister or something. I'm pretty sure one of them. Let me see. What's his girl name? Chrisean Rock. Let me see. And y'all answer the poll and let us know what you think in the comment section. Chrisean Rock, beef, Aries. Let me see. I
ain't gonna lie, this is cool though. Like, internet beef is low key. Like, this shit low.
Oh man, they always kill me with that mother flipping music. Here we go.
My name, she called me a B word. She said I'm supposed to sign a prenup. I don't know what a prenup is. So, she called me pretty. My name.
Yeah, shout out to the pretty boys everywhere. I ain't one of them. All right, so DDG calls Aries up after finding out Chrisean Rock wants to beef with him and tells him to stand down before he gets whooped. What y'all ninjas be talking about, bro?
But what the hell, boy?
This is why I roll with weapons, bro. I wish somebody would try and put their hands on me now in today's society. You're dead. Sorry.
What did you say or do? What did you do?
Bro, I didn't do nothing. That's the problem. I didn't do nothing. I was just laughing about a joke and saying she was scary and we was all scared.
But why she wigging her?
These niggas so childish. Look, y'all seen what happened with DDG when somebody called DDG doo-doo garbage. I've been calling DDG doo-doo garbage since the beginning of time, bro. But shout out to DVD though.
You need to leave.
Shout out to DVD, and then next thing you know, these ninjas jumping ninja out in public, bro. I'm looking at these ninjas like,
but what the hell, boy?
I'm like, let me keep my mouth shut. Here we go.
No, you don't. I don't get it.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I thought we was cool. At the prom, we was cool. We was dabbing each other up. We was sharing drinks and shit. Hey, bro, I don't know, bro.
Sharing drinks?
Well, I mean, Titi was right there, too, so, you know.
I asked Titi if she'd seen that or not. But that's crazy, bro. I ain't know you had to.
All right, so I guess we're going to call her TT. I remember TT back in my days, TT. But we ain't going to say nothing. Chrisean Rock, beef, TT. Here we go. Right here.
Let me go back.
Sign the prenup.
Oh my God, hold on.
I ain't gonna lie, this is cool though. Like, internet beef is low key. Like,
why these ninjas always got this music, bro? Here we go.
I'm gonna do it anyway because I have to do it. I must do it. I must do it. I must do it, and I must.
Hey, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comment section. Here we go.
But I gotta tell y'all something, because I'm reacting to what DDG just did. DDG called Aries. Aries talking about we was cool. I didn't do nothing. There you go, acting like again. My bad, let me watch my language.
Wait. So is this ninja named Aries or Aries? We're gonna call the ninja Aries. His name Aries now. My BZ. Alright, so Aries. Alright, Aries. Let's continue.
He called Aries. Aries said talking about we was cool. We were sharing drinks. Why are you lying? I don't even drink. We did not share no drink. Y'all.
But what the hell, boy?
Hold up. 1 second. I'm mad confused. Did she just say? Did she just say she doesn't drink? Did she just say that? I beg to differ. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Can I find it? What was that video we just watched? She says she doesn't drink, but we just seen a video. I could have sworn we just saw a video where she was going ham. Is it this one?
Even you with the baby and stuff.
Why are you lying?
Really been flew out in real life though. Ladies, one more time.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another
Yeah.
bottle. So you got no liquor? Yes, sir. Keep I can abort the child tomorrow.
You need to leave.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I gotta stop saying is liking and all that kind of ish. But let's continue.
We was on stream the whole time. What drink did we share, Aries? And why are you lying to DDG like you didn't do nothing? You said weird stuff. You sided with the shorty, talking about she's scared, talking about, oh yeah, well, I would be scared. So I called you out being a freaking female. Like, don't do that. Like, obviously I'm not gonna keep Hey,
Mom.
Bro.
The balloon's coming now.
I don't drink. I really don't drink. Y'all got me messed up, bro. I don't.
But what the hell, boy?
Hold up. Don't worry, guys. We're almost done. I gotta go verify my sources. When I see things like this, I like to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Hold on, one second.
Even you with the baby and stuff.
Why are you lying?
Really been flew out in real life though. Ladies, one more time.
She's chiefing right there. We call that chiefing
Get
in my
yourself
city.
together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle.
You need to leave.
I mean, that was in the past. Things change, people change, right? So she maybe don't drink no more. Let's continue. Hold on, where we at? TikTok. Here we go. Where we at?
Drink no more. Like I'll be loud about it. It's nothing hard. I'm not on probation. I can drink. I could smoke. I could do whatever I want. That don't mean I'm gonna do it. That don't mean I can actually do it. I'm trying my hardest to stick on stick on discipline without my pleasures. Like, I don't need pleasures by certain things. No, I did not take a shot with. I'm gonna do it anyway because I have to do
Yeah. Here we go.
You're the bitch in the relationship.
Whoa! What happened? What is going on, bro? What's going on? Hold on. What's going on?
If anybody asking to sign the prenup, TT will be asking you, can you sign the prenup? You're the.
What the? I think definitely Chrisean is jumping the gun a little bit. But I think where everything is coming from fan bases. She feel like she getting overly attacked because of fans saying shit, but she not actually paying attention to what the actual creator is saying. So she responding like she responded. Right? That's a fair take. That's just what it is.
I'm gonna start putting up the chat so y'all can see the chat. I should do that. I should put up the chat. Yeah, bro. Shit. I mean, damn. I don't know, dog. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. But word come to word. Look, at the end of the day, man, that's it for today's show. I gotta go handle some business, man. We could be in here longer. Y'all gotta start donating, bro. I hate to be that ninja, but you know, we can't do this for free forever. But anyways, do you think Chrisean is using Blueface's name for clout? Vote and tell us what you think. We got 85% of people saying that she needs Blue to be relevant, and we got 15% of people saying she got her own clout. So I guess everybody's thinking that she's using Blue. Shout out to Icon Asia Davis. She said they do need each other, and I'm going to help bring some people to your platform. Okay, shout out to you, Asia. Bring as many people as you can. One thing y'all could do, if y'all can't donate, hit the like button, bro. hit the like button, share the stream, bring a bunch of people to my platform. If the more people are here, I feed off of energy, not to sound like a vampire. I know that sounded wild.
What the hell, boy?
That sounded wild. But I'm saying, if y'all bring a lot of energy in here, y'all having a good time and make me have a good time, make me want to do the show. Besides that, I mean, Chrisean know what it is. Like I said, she's sexy, but yeah, she got to kind of you know, sometimes ladies, I always tell y'all this, ladies, like, you know, we know that you guys know how to use your words, right? When you use your words sometimes in an extremely negative manner, I'm saying, like, y'all hear me cuss, you know, I say the cuss words. When y'all get to cussing like that, you know, sometimes we just gotta look at you like. Now, I get that you gotta defend yourself, right? I get that you gotta defend yourself sometimes because ninjas out here is tripping. But when you do that, you know, we just looking at you like, we're looking at you like,
but what the hell, boy?
So yeah. Like I say, she cool. She straight though. She cool. I'd love to meet her in person. I just feel like it wouldn't be an appropriate conversation because, you know, I don't take kindly to people disrespecting me. At the same time, you know, I'm one of the people talking about her too. So I would understand where she was coming from if she got mad. But I don't want her to disrespect me because I'm not into the business of people disrespecting me. I don't like that kind of shit. But yeah, like I said, man, another thing y'all could do if y'all can't donate and shit, hit the like button, bring people to the show, bring people to the show. Tell people, you know, if there's anything y'all want to talk about, put in my comments, ask me to do a show on this. I'd love to do a show on it. Let me know what y'all want to see, what y'all want to discuss, people in the industry, all that shit. Shout out to Ayo. Ayo said, watching something, listening to you too, my boys. They've been digging that I Show Speed new joint. Okay. Also, for those of y'all who don't know, for those of y'all who care, I also have my song drops tomorrow. Let me play it for you real quick. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm gonna show you guys an excerpt, if you will. For those of you that read, you know what an excerpt is. An example, a small piece of literature. In this case, imagine that my literature is visual. Here we go.
Yeah, you own it right, ayy. Then jump on my bike, ayy. Then jump on it right, ayy. This your song tonight. I smoke omnipotent, man, it got me choking.
Yes, sir.
Drink, man, it got me coasting. Medicating, man, it got me focused. I'm invincible, I feel like I'm floating.
Yes, sir.
Kissing on the lips like it's French, and I'm making music like my name is Chopin. Black
yes,
is
sir.
In and out, black is in, and I'm drugged out, cause I'm really coping.
Woo! We dropping that tomorrow. But yeah, you know, my main thing, for those of you who don't know, my main thing is I make music. Y'all can check out my music and shit. I gotta actually use my metaphorical gun that I have, which is my mouthpiece. No pun intended. I gotta start putting that back on these tracks. So that's what we getting back into. But I'm still finna be on here doing the show. I gotta get employed, man. I need some employment. I need more money. So yeah, we might have to switch the show up soon. I'm trying to decide. We probably do a evening show. I'm trying to find me some form of employment. If I could do something different where I was doing before, where I had certain contracts that I was doing for people, I'll keep doing that. I got some other stuff too, but we might do I'm thinking about a bass job. If not, I'll keep doing what I'm doing with my vocal work and shit. If y'all want to buy some beats, hit me up for beats. You know what it is. Past that, we're going to set up the clothes. The clothes is set up. Y'all hit my links. All my links are Blacatom. Like I said, man, I appreciate everybody showing up to the show. Y'all stay safe out here in these streets. Ladies, protect yourself. Gentlemen, protect yourself as well. It's your boy BA. Deuces.